Check out these clips from the pre-patch podcast.
Nice.
You also, I know we don't have footage of Gloomrot, but if you are unfamiliar with what Gloomrot is, it is V Rising. Gloomrot is the new expansion that came out for free. For that
really
game.
Great expansion, man. Like honestly, from everything that I've seen and from what I've heard, V Rising is one of those games that like you really do need a couple of people playing with you. And I had a couple of people playing with me, and then they just stopped playing for various different reasons. One of them was Diablo 4 was coming out. Another one had some issues with his family and everything like that. So it pretty much it was just me. And you can play the game, you can play V Rising alone, like solo, but it is extremely difficult. Like it is hard. It is not an easy game.
Yeah.
So I got to like barely scratch the surface of Gloomrot, but like they've added a whole entire new system for magic. They've rehauled all their magic, so like it's not necessarily like some of the magic is still in there from the original V Rising, but it does some of the magic also does different things, and it's obtained through different going and killing different bosses and everything like that. But they've added in a new magic system. They've added in a new gem system that alters your magic even further, so it's even further customization with your builds. They've added in 2 new weapons. They added in a great sword, which is a huge damage, man, like huge damage. And then they added in dual pistols, which I haven't gotten a chance to grab those.
Demon Hunter style.
Really yeah, kind of. So then they've completely rehauled the entire map. Sorry for smacking my mic. They've completely rehauled the entire mic. They added in a new area, completely new area for the Gloomrot area. That's like it's almost like a Frankenstein like invention area. Like you've got a lot of like electricity, a lot of lightning strikes, a lot of ghouls, everything like that. One of the bigger things, they added on multiple different levels for your castles now. So instead of only being able to build on one plane, you can now stack. So you can.
Is there physics to that?
There is not physics to that. No.
Oh, so like if you take the base out, does it float?
No, it's not like those kinds of games like 7 Days to Die or anything like that. Like it's taking down a base like that is extremely hard. It's more like Rust when it comes down to
right. I was just curious, like
rating. Yeah.
If it's gonna look botched, if like you take down the base and there's just a floating castle.
Yeah, 100% it will. Like if you take down walls, it'll just sit there and hover as long as one wall is still standing. But yeah,
wait next season for the physics update.
Maybe, dude. Like you never know. We've got new information that just dropped today. There's been people that have been digging into the files, and they've found that there's going to be three more new weapons. There's going to be a rapier. There's going to be a dagger and a bow coming at some point. They've pulled up that information somehow through their techno wizardry.
How do you guys feel about data mining?
I don't mind it as long I don't pay attention to it too much, just because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But like this kind of stuff where it's nothing, you could argue that it is going to spoil like some of the surprise, but like I like knowing that we're getting more content, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on what's being data mined and who's the one like leaking it. Because if it's like leaked with malicious intent to really like take down and
I don't like when you have like the people from like Icy Veins that like go in and data mine like the next expansion's entire story,
right?
And then post it, right?
And going with malicious intent of actually spoiling it for people like that kind of stuff too. Not a fan, but I think it can be a good thing used in moderation sometimes.
By the way, thank you.
Curious
to Legacy Gaming for the footage.
Not the biggest fan of like that kind of info being taken out of the developers' hands. Like it's their stuff; they should be able to announce it when they're ready. But I can understand where it can be used to generate hype in a positive way for a game.
My biggest thing, at least with V Rising, is that like, so V Rising, I love V Rising. They've done a lot of great work. It's one of those games. It's kind of like Valheim. Like when it released, it was in a great state. It had a lot of content to it, like everything like that. But the problem with V Rising is that it's been almost a year and a half between Gloomrot and the original release.
No way.
and we knew, we
Yeah.
knew nothing about it. Like we knew nothing about Gloomrot until like a month and a half.
Hold
right.
on. There's no way. When did hold on?
V Rising released, I believe, in
2022.
2022. Yeah,
May 7th,
So-
exactly about a year
so
ago.
a year. Yeah,
May
there you go.
17th. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Damn. That didn't. I felt like it was so much sooner.
No, it's
than
been a
that.
year. Like I said,
I mean,
and it's
to be
been a year
fair,
of just
it is an
silence,
early
so-
access game. Like I get,
It is.
you know,
Yeah.
Right.
I get that, and it is.
I'm not-
I don't know how big
I'm-
Stunlock Studios is.
Yeah, they're an indie team. Like I think they have like 20 or 30 people. on
I
the-
think
on the
this is
deal.
their only project.
It is their only project. Yeah. But
Well, no, they did do Battle
it's a
Right
good one.
too.
Did they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what they
It's-
did.
it's
I was
a-
trying to think of that.
But Gloomrot's good, man. Like it's a good expansion. I'm really pleased with the amount of changes, and I can see why it took them a year, because like rehauling the entire magic system, rehauling the entire map, putting in an entire another section of the map, rehauling a bunch of stuff when it comes down to like when we first started playing the game, I think there was 12 bosses in the game. I think there's like 36 now.
Wow.
So
So
they
it
added
was
in-
a decent size patch.
huge
Like that's
patch.
yeah.
And it's
So-
free. The patch
Completely
is
free. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The only thing that they asked, or the only thing that they offered was and I personally purchased it because I wanted to support them, was a $10 pack that gave you some cosmetics to do your building stuff with. So
cool.
And again, it's also one of these games that has, it gives you the ability to do PvP. It gives you the ability
Sure.
to do servers for your friends. Like it really is. Again, it's a take on a genre
Oh.
that we don't see a lot.
and
Oh.
right here they added in new mythics. Like beforehand you had named weapons, but now you have like mythic weapons and epic weapons.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it is a
It's a-
great
it's
game.
a-
It
it's
really
a
is.
huge update, man. Like surprisingly for free, it's a bargain. Like 100%. Like it's a steal. I would definitely, if you're going to get it, go and pay the $10 for the pack, just to give them a little bit of a nudge and be like, hey, we want more of this.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So there you go. So that is Gloomrot. Cool.
thanks for checking out these patch notes. These are small segments from the Pre-Patch Podcast, live every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, here on YouTube and on Twitch.